Hello everyone, Hoof here. Today we're going to be playing some Space Engineers. I'm sorry to have to say I messed up on recording when I did the whole building of our little platform, and what's that? Oh hey, we got a dog running in us over here. Yes, this is after the newest update on Space Engineers. They have the Cyber Hounds. As you can see, they tend to show up and like to cause problems. Supposedly they drop loot. Haven't found one that has yet. Or hey, that one's got a little bit of something in it. That was cool. So apparently they do drop loot. That'll be useful. I'm not gonna bother with checking out with them, but anyway, like I was saying, I had recorded it, messed it up, so I'll make this my introduction video. But what I did is I started out the lander and I made a small station and merged that to the station platform. That way I didn't lose the lander, and that way I have something to work with without having to cut it apart and move all the refineries and all that stuff, because that takes time and really kind of monotonous. Whereas if you can just throw together a couple merge blocks, you got yourself a respectable little station to work with in a sense. And you can cut off all the thrusters and landing gear, and it's got an ore detector under there. I'm going to get that cut off as well, which will give us a lot of resources to start. So I think we're going to start with getting maybe a couple solar panels and maybe even a windmill put up. I do like to use mods, and I have, I think, 6 or 7 actively running on this right now. I'll put those up in the description for those of you who would be who want that. So I will get back to you guys shortly and show you what I come up with. Alright, we're back, and I have got some solar collectors built up there. They're one of the mods I like to use. They're not overly powered. They work a little bit better than a solar panel. So I like to use those a lot. Something with this new update I've noticed. An interior turret. One by itself is, so far, seemed to stem off up to about 5 dogs at a time. So it's working pretty good. It doesn't seem to burn through a whole lot of ammo either, so the starting ammunition that you get is working pretty well. So I'm not too concerned there. I mean, it's doing a really nice job. They're not getting too close. So let's go ahead and head on up. You can see I did a little hacking and cutting from the top side. I came up here to where the cockpit's at, and I had to add a couple blocks here and cut a couple out here to get up on top. That included cutting off a couple of these atmospheric thrusters. So here's the solar collectors I put up here. These are the XPAR. I'm not sure what the exact name of it is. It's the solar one, the Elegant Solar. That's what it is. The XPAR Elegant Solar. I really like his works and whatnot, so I've been using them. I like his modular power as well. So hopefully these two guys here will be able to do a fair amount for us. I looked into the windmill stuff, and right now the mod, it's too resource demanding to try and build one of those at the moment. Considering I'm going to need my jetpack to be able to get around, and we don't have any ice mined up yet, so that's not going to work out too well for us. When we run out, then we're not going to be able to finish, so not worth wasting resources on it yet. But I do believe the next thing we should probably do is build ourselves a small rover. That way we can get around, put an ore detector on it. I'll grind that ore detector on the bottom of the ship off. Get a nice little ore detector on there. Probably a medium cargo container. And and whatnot, so we can go out and gather some resources and whatnot too. As far as defense goes, we need to find some magnesium. That way we can build some ammo, get a couple Gatling, put a Gatling turret or something on it, and see what we can do there. But for now, we'll just hop in the rover and head on out and see what we can do. I saved a little bit of ammo, I didn't throw it all in there, that way we can take the rifle with us. Because these dogs are going to be a bit of a nuisance. They do come at a fairly regular interval, about every 5 minutes or so, 3 to 5 of them will pop up. When I first logged back onto the game today, as you can notice, there's a nice little hole underneath here. Yeah, compliment to them. I was standing in here getting ready to start recording, and I heard this beeping noise, and then kaboom. So, I'm doing a lot of moving around here. The fireflies also, you can kind of see them. If I turn my light off, you can see them floating around everywhere. They're a neat little aesthetic improvement to the game as well, so not complaining about that. So I will let's see, we should probably get started with this rover. What do we need? Don't need that in there anymore. Landing gear, construction components. Let's grab some construction components real quick. Grab some steel plate, construction components, and let's take a little interior plate over here. Not that thing. The interior plate. Let's take 5 of those over here so we can put that together. That should be everything we need to throw together something. So let's see what we can do here real quick. I like to just start the ships from here. I don't put the little tools in the bottom, so I'm planning on making this one rather small. It's not going to be super fast. You start making it go a little bit too quick, you run into the problem of tipping over pretty easily on these smaller ones. Want medium. I need some batteries. Actually, I'm not going to use the batteries. I'm going to use the fuel cells from the modular energy. What else do we want? Possibly, we're going to need an ore detector. One of those. And should I do 5x5 or with this one? I'll just do 3x3 on this little one here, so I'll see how it looks once I get started. So, alright. Let's see about throwing together like that. See, there's the dogs again. Maybe at least 2 more, I think. Ooh! They got kind of close that time. So that was, well, that's 6 or 7. So I mean, they get around pretty quick. Yeah, right like that. Nice short, tiny little. You know what? Let's extend this thing out. It's gonna look kind of goofy, all short and whatnot. So that looks a little bit better. And then could probably stick. All right, let's put the wheels on here. Let's move them back just a little bit. Yeah, that'll work nicely. Alright, so the first 2 are the fronts. And these last 2 are the rear. Let's back up a little bit so the wheel in place. There we go. Okay. Look at that. Little tiny buggy. we'll see. Oh, one other thing that is always good to put on here is an air vent right on the front. And then second you hop in, set it to depressurize, otherwise you'll suffocate yourself in there. Not saying I haven't done that one before. But anyway, I'll get this thing welded up and get back with you guys soon. Alright guys, we're back. I went ahead and finished welding up this little rover that we built. I added the ore detector and everything on there, added some lights, tweaked the suspension and whatnot a little bit, and it handles like crap. I mean, that's just the simplest way to put it. Is, you know, a very simple design. It doesn't have enough weight to really tax the suspension at all. I've got the suspensions all set at like, I think 4% power or strength, and it's holding it up just fine, and it bounces around pretty good. So, which it might work a little better once we put a little weight onto it. But and we got the dogs back again here. I see. There's one running in right here. Get him! Get him! Oh crap! Yeah, we win. I will say those dogs are a very, very neat addition to the game. So I'm looking forward to getting to the alien planet. That's the Mars planet. The alien planet's the one way over there. So that should be interesting when we finally get there. But anyway, as far as this episode is concerned, I'm gonna start wrapping things up here. Again, all I did was just add a couple solar panels up top, build this little rover, and merged the lander with this little station platform. I cut the merge blocks off after I did it. And hopefully in the next episode we'll cover getting those thrusters and everything cut off and this landing gear, expanding our base a little bit. I think we're gonna go off. I don't know. We'll figure out which direction we're gonna go with it. I want to have it elevated with some pillars, because with these dogs and whatnot, I think it would be good to have the station platform elevated up. We'll probably build like off the top of this and expand out, and then bring the legs down, or you know, something to that effect. We'll do that, and have some Gatling turrets and hanging off the bottom with a conveyor system, because having to manually bring ammunition over to the Gatling turrets, or the interior turrets, yeah, I imagine after a while it'll become a bit of a pain. But the upshot is the ammo's cheap. These guys are doing really well doing it. So before we put the Gatling turrets into effect, probably post up 2 or 3 of these along each side, you know, on each corner, and one in between around each side of it. I think that would work really, really well, as far as holding off the dogs. I don't have the drones turned on right now. I want to turn those on, but as some of you are well aware, it's probably, you know, you don't want to be getting this far and putting all this work in and be out with your rover somewhere and have one of those drones come by and just blow everything up. That's a pain in the rear. So we're not going to do that quite yet. This concludes this episode. I hope to see you guys back again soon. This is Hoof signing off, and fly safe.